stories about.
Well, yeah, that is the stuff that you write stories about.
But
I'm recording, by the way, just to let you know, because now I'm going to start this conversation again because it's recording worthy. So we're talking about what people do for love. So yes, because I write romance books. So what people do for love, because I put crazy stuff in my stories. And TV, you know, like if you watch anything on TV, pretty much, you've got gold material to kind of copy down, especially these reality things. Obviously you have to switch it because it cannot be the exact same. We don't plagiarize. No. But I mean, that is how I got my story for Max, because I watched Dr. Phil. I watched Dr. Phil. They had this homeless guy and they had this lady, and they got together and they got married, and it was so cool and blah blah blah, and you know, like it was really interesting. And I was like, he's kind of cute and she's nice, and they had this really nice romantic story. And so I was like, I want to read a romance about a homeless guy. And everybody online went, nobody wants to read a romance about a homeless guy. Yeah, well, it's book 2 of my series, so suck on that.
But there's a lot of opinions around that too.
Yeah, there's a lot of opinions about what's good, what's not good, about everything. So, but like you were saying, you were watching the show. We're not going to say the name of the show, but you were watching a show. And what did she do?
Most outrageous things they did for love.
Most outrageous things you did for love.
So the girl went through the air conditioning, took the air conditioning unit out of the wall, climbed through, because she suspected her boyfriend was doing something he shouldn't be, and she caught him in bed with somebody else.
So she literally went through the air conditioning vent to catch her cheating boyfriend. Like, oh my word. Yeah, no. See this?
And then the other girls on the show were like, so what did you do? Like, did you have the next thing in place? And she's like, no, I just stood there and went,
and cried about it. See, this is why I watch Court TV. Oh. I had that too. I had Court TV in here. It featured largely in the love plan. But, like, this is why I watch Court TV, because the other day when they're talking, the crazy stuff these people do, and they're, like, shacking up after, like, 2 months of knowing each other. Like, oh, we met each other, we fell in love, we shacked up, and then they go to court, and because, he doesn't want to give back the bedroom set, and she, he was playing a prank, and he, like, stabbed himself, but he told the police she stabbed him, and all this other stuff goes on. It's like, oh my goodness, what is this drama?
But we don't have that drama in our lives. We stay away from those type of people.
Keep the drama on page, not in real life. But it's like, oh my goodness, there's so much inspiration right there. Like, what were you thinking? And
these are adults.
Yeah, and they're not teenager pranks. These are adults, and they are like doing all sorts of interesting stuff. And the next thing you know, like I wrote in here, somebody's tearing out somebody's flower beds, or they're putting somebody else's panties on somebody else's dog, and they're suing each other over it. And or, just daytime television, Jerry Springer, like that stuff is crazy. I think it's a little staged some days, but that might not be. I don't know.
Yeah, they push you to go over the top, I think.
Watch these things every once in a while. If you need inspiration, go to the mall. People watch.
That's a lot of fun.
And make up stories in your head about them. Because,
story time.
He's not just window shopping. He's looking for so-and-so's gift, and who is she, and what does she want, and she's not gonna like that. Story time. And then watch daytime soap opera TV, and watch the craziest stuff you can get your hands on. Yeah, there's some real reality stuff out there, and I'm sitting here going, this might possibly be real, and then I rate it, because why not?
But not too much, not over the top.
But you get inspiration, and the things you do for love. Like, what is the craziest thing any of you have done for love? Throw it in the comments below. Maybe it'll make a book. Could be fun. But yes, people are crazy. People are truly crazy.
Crazy in love.
They're crazy in love, and you.
The blinders are on.
They're blind, but the neighbors aren't. Always remember that. Because, people do crazy stuff. They'll jump into planes,
One girl jumped out of a plane and she was afraid of heights.
She jumped out of a plane.
For love.
And
she was afraid of heights. She said she would never do it again, and she says she was like, yeah, you're hoping the chute opens, or you hope the parachute opens.
Because the ground is hard.
Yeah. she's definitely afraid of heights, and she did it.
Mhm.
Too. Because this guy said it was his dream, so she wanted to be part of his dream, and she did it.
She wanted to be part of his dreams, and she did it. See, this is a woman thing. Men will not go through these depths, I don't think, unless they're really crazy in love.
Men like to chase.
But women will do this. See, men should chase. Men don't have to chase anymore, and that's a problem. Women are chasing them too much.
And that's why they don't go and be
Women
totally
do crazy
involved,
things.
and then they're not all in.
Mhm.
Because they need to work for you.
You need to work for you to be all in.
They need to work for each other.
Says the single girl.
But they gotta work for
Because I know what I'm talking about.
You gotta work for each other. Yeah, I'm high maintenance. It's not, you gotta work to get me. I don't need all that makeup and hairdo. You gotta work to get in my good graces.
Work to get you. Yes.
And then you gotta work to keep me.
Yes.
Because I'm gonna work to keep
marriage,
them happy.
Marriage is work. I think. Okay, not to disparage Disney, but I think Disney's fed us a pack of lies. When it comes to relationships and marriage, they basically went, oh, big guy, sweet girl, swept off her feet, happily ever after, big wedding, ta-da, the end. No, marriage actually starts then, and that's when the work happens, because, yeah, you're still scrubbing those floors, and you're still fighting about stupid stuff, and
the birds do not come and clean your house for you.
The birds do not come and clean, and the dwarfs don't come and chop your wood for you or do anything like that.
No.
So, that honey-do list, it's still long. I think they kind of lied. I'm sorry, but it's true. And so, if you want to think about real marriage, I guess you go to some ugly sitcom, and that's pretty much the truth, which is sad but true.
Could be. Some days, yeah.
Wow, how did we get this relatable to books? Yeah, because it's not all like the Hallmark Channel with their B-list movies, which are really fun to watch, but are really sickeningly cute, sweet, cavity-worthy.
I think
which is kind of what I do. Sickening, sweet, cavity-worthy, That's me. But I also have funny, and I throw them into situations that are real life, such as, these guys get stuck with a bat in the house. So what are you going to do?
Not the baseball bat.
How are you going to fix it?
The animal bat.
The bat.
But your stories do continue. So there's everyday life in there.
It is kind of like a sitcom. It is kind of like a sitcom. They continue and they keep going, and we keep learning more about our characters and what they're doing and what their goals are and where they're headed. Like, we do know that David is going to jail. He's going to have to testify. He still has a surprise for everybody in his will, which we've hinted at. Who is David's real heir? It's not Jana, because we already know that, because Molson did the test. He did a DNA test. So who is David's real heir, and does he have any money to leave them? Who's going to be the new billionaire?
That's the thing, too.
That's really fun, because the man is old. Not to be rude, but he's going to die eventually. And people do that. And, I've still got the favor from Molson. So I know exactly what's going to happen there. I know exactly what the drug guy wants from Molson. Poor guy. See, it's like a soap opera. Just kind of keeps continuing in its own way. We introduce new characters each book, and, they happily get together, but the soap opera continues in the background.
It's like a mini-series.
It's like a mini-series in its own way, and it's really cool that way because we get to learn more, we get kind of stuck in, and then someday I'm going to do a guide, and I'm going to write some extra scenes in there, and I'm going to tell you stuff that we didn't know, or stuff that we hinted at, and it will be a lot of fun. It'll be like a complimentary to the entire series once the series is finished, which I'm like halfway through, maybe.
But it's fun too, though, because you start liking the characters, and then when you switch books, it's like, oh.
Well, yeah, you lose the old characters because you get into the new characters, but they're still in the background.
Your books,
and so you're still learning about their story and where they're going and what they're doing, because they still keep going, which is great. Mm-hmm. So that you never actually lose the old characters, you just learn more as we go.
Yeah.
And about this family, it's all about this family,
which is nice. And if you want to start a new story, you have the runoff story series.
Yeah, we have runoff series. I think the first 4 are basically kind of standalones. You could read them standing alone. After that, we're getting so intertwined that you should read the first 4 before you go into the next one, because I mean, otherwise you just don't have the setup. Because number 5, Love and Lies. I mean, we all start off with, we all want to know what deep dark secret the Ramsleys have been hiding. So I mean, right there, you have to kind of go back a bit, but
it doesn't ruin the other ones.
It doesn't ruin the other ones.
In the wrong order.
It doesn't at all.
It just makes it more fun.
It's a lot of fun that way, and we're having a lot of fun. And that's the idea. So to take something a little outrageous and throw it in there and just have fun with it, and
see what your characters do and how they react.
What will you do for love? What will your characters do for love? What will they do to solve the case or the mystery or whatever you're writing about? What do they need to do? Throw them in the worst situation possible. I do. Okay, so she stumbles on a boat during a police stakeout. Oops. Let's crash a plane in the mountain. Oops. Let's take the shyest girl and throw her on stage. Oh, by the way, she has a lot of bad luck, like every single day. Oops. She wants to marry rich. He is rich, but he's pretending to be poor because he's tired of being chased because he's rich. Oops.
How do they avoid the situations to try to not fall in love?
There was a really big misunderstanding and she thinks she's gonna die. Oops. But she's not. And it's fun along the way.
I didn't remember that part.
Well, I guess you have to reread that one. She's his boss. She gets a bunch of kids. She's a workaholic. She has no idea how to be a mom. He's laughing a lot at her. Oops. This one's a bit sweeter, but still, I mean, he's making some promises that he's not really sure he can keep. Oops. To, bad guys. Like, really bad guys.
But it gets him the
results that he needed.
For.
Yes. But, I mean, and I have lots of fun in the meanwhile.
Yeah.
Yes. So, like, throw your characters into really fun situations and see what they do. Because that's half the fun of the series, is just going, oh my goodness, what's going to happen next? Like, where is she going with this one? And that's part of why people come back. Because it's the drama. We're all sucked into drama, and that's what those shows are about. And so that's why people get stuck in court TV. That's why they get stuck in those, talk shows. They get stuck into sucked into the soap operas. Because we all are like, oh my goodness, what's going to happen next? And we get invested in the characters, and we want to know.
And some people like exactly the same, where those writers write exactly the same every book, it seems.
Yeah, and they just kind of switch
Because they
out.
want it all tied up.
They've got like a formula.
I don't really have a formula. That can work for some people.
Yeah.
But you have to still make sure that there's something to catch your audience and keep your audience in the middle.
Well, yeah.
And, because after reading 50
of the same
books,
there are people who want exactly the same thing. They don't want any surprises. For me, I enjoy surprises, so I give surprises. And then I'm like, oh, let's see where we take this next. We're getting the big bad blackmailing bad dude. We're working on it, and we're finally, getting places that they need to go. And I didn't expect this to go in this direction.
Which is just as much fun for the readers as the author.
It is. I intended to do a nice little series. It was going to be sweet. And now I'm like, I don't think I'm in the sweet section anymore. I'm still clean. I'm still clean, but I'm not sweet anymore. I'm out of the sweet and wholesome category because I'm reaching into different issues. But I think my readers still enjoy it, and they're still going with me there. And also another surprise to me was that I'm catching a lot of older readers that I didn't really expect. People who are in their 70s and 80s and 90s who are, little lovely ladies who are picking these things up and going, what's happening next? Like, one of my aunts is one of my biggest supporters. She's buying my books, and she wants to read them and hand them out to her kids. And it's like, wow, that's cool.
The lady down the old road.
Yes, one of the ladies who grew up with my dad down. Well, they didn't grow up together, but they lived on the same county road for many years. And so they're like, what? Shh, a minute drive away from each other for all those years, and now her daughter's like, hey, I'm going to pick up one of your books, and she's going to read it. And it's like, well, that's really cool. You know, things like that. And that's where you kind of build those relationships again, and it's just a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So hopefully they enjoy it, and they continue to read and get hooked on the series, because why not?
You might be surprised what family members
You might be
actually
surprised
are
what
interested
people
in what
do.
you write and do.
Yes, you might be surprised what people enjoy. So another fun video on drama, because yeah, I don't want it in my life, but I'll put it on the pages for you. Drama and surprises. Those are two really good tips to get people involved and for them to like things. So that's just me. I think that's it. Have a great day. Like the video. Enjoy.
Write your masterpiece today.
Write your masterpiece. Even if it's only 500 words today, another 500 words tomorrow, another 500 words the next day. Guess what? In 4 months, you'll have a book. Do it. 500 words a day. 4 months later, you'll have a book. Go for it. You can do it.